Kia ora everyone. So this video is a bit different. It's because I've only done a few soft-spoken videos before. I've only done two of them. So I'm still trying to get used to it. It's not really for tingles. I might be getting too loud. I don't know. It's not really for tingles. It's more, it could be relaxing, but that's sort of dependent on if you like my voice or not. But just gonna be rambling, but like some real talk kind of stuff that maybe you don't usually discuss, yeah. So I was trying to think of topics that we could talk about for this video. Feel free to suggest any topics if you have any that we could just ramble on about. I don't know if we do another one of these videos, but so I was thinking about talking about school. I was also going to talk about one thing to do with love, and then another thing. Oh yeah, Muay Thai, because I love fucking hitting people and getting hit. Okay, so I think that one important thing, is to make sure that you let your loved ones, the people that you care about, know that you love them, and that, just remind them sometimes. Because I called my Nana, and when we ended the call, I told her I loved her, and she was crying because she never. Maybe it's because she's older, so she's a bit more lonelier, but you're not really ever told that kind of stuff very often. And so she appreciated that a lot, and that really made her day, and was a good reminder to her too. Sorry, my stomach. Okay. And it was a good reminder to her as well that I love her. So, but that could go for anyone that you love or care about. It's important to tell them before you can't tell them. It could even be your best friend, your parents, if you got really good parents. Maybe don't, if your parents don't love you, that's just the way it is, then you don't, yeah. But, your brother, you might have a good brother. I have a very good brother. I love my brother a lot. I got really good friends too. Okay, I thought my camera was dying. And I got a good missus. I love her a lot, and she knows that. I make sure she knows that. Just make sure, yeah. Maybe not necessarily love, but the people that you care about, just let them know that you appreciate them. Maybe that's a better word. You appreciate them being there and whatnot. I think that it's important. So yeah, I was just going to say that, just because it's something I was thinking about. It's another thing I was going to talk about was, maybe something to do with school. I don't really know what I was going to say about school, but I could talk about school, what I think of it. I think that it is, it definitely depends where you live, first of all. Like your country. I know that Asian countries are very pretty strict on their school and that. So I don't know how that is for you, but if you're in a country like mine, they try, the teachers and that will try and tell you that school's so important and that, but I don't really know, I don't really know. I think it's good up until maybe year 12, so you get your, but then that's only if you want to go to university, you stay in school. Otherwise than that, it's kind of pointless. And you can go to university when you're older too. We weren't told that, as soon as you're over 20. So you could go to university when you're really young. But if uni still interests you, you could just wait until you're maybe a bit more mature, get some more life experience, and then do even better at uni, instead of going as a young broke student. Yeah. But yeah, for me it was like, I sat in class, and the teacher was reading us a poem, and she was like, the man sat down gaily, because it's an old-fashioned poem, so they use terms like gaily, meaning happy. And I was just, I don't care how the man sits down. Like, I just thought, why am I here? Like, or when I was in stats class, learning about statistics, about this 10% increase, I don't care. You know, I'm not trying to have a bad attitude. Kind of might sound like it, but it's just, I don't give a shit. I don't give a like, I don't care, type sort of thing. And so instead I left to go to Polytech to do something I'm more interested in, that I care about more, and that I've not started it yet, but I'm gonna get to it, you know, semi soon, like next week actually. Oh shit. But yeah, gonna go to that, see how that goes, see if that, I feel like it'll be better suited for me, because I already met some of the people there and they're more intrigued to learn, they want to learn, they don't pick the course because they had to. They picked it because they want to be there and they want to learn. Unless like school, you got kids who, you know, no one really wants to be there, you know what I mean? Some people do, which is fair. It's all if it's for you or not. But I don't think you should feel pressured by parents, family to stay in it if it's really not for you. But if you do leave it, make sure you leave with a plan, like to do a course somewhere else or something like that. You have to have a plan. You can't just leave it and then do nothing. Or if you like working out full time, what would you call them? Normal job. People call them 9 to 5s type sort of thing. Maybe that is for you, and that's for some people. We do need those types of people, but for me, I don't think that's for me. I would rather definitely do something else. Yeah. For me, my plan is if nothing goes to plan, I'm gonna just be a police officer. That's what I'm gonna do if I don't figure out anything. That's what so school can teach you all the basics of like reading, writing. It's important, very important. Maths, you know, the basics of math is very important. All these things, but then it just goes off into other things that you don't really, you know, no one needs sin, cos, tan, you know, no one needs that. No one needs that, so it depends on your job, of course, but I've never heard anyone need it, you know what I mean, so, yeah. And so, yeah, what else am I going to talk about? So those two things, talking about what, telling the people that you care about, that you appreciate them being there, that's very important, in my opinion. And then I talk about school and what I thought about it, you know, if it's really important or not. Depends the person you are. If it's for you or not, that's you, and you'll know. You know, if you're going to school and you're fucking sad every day, or you're lonely, good chance it might not be for you, and it could be something else, you know. Good chance. Yeah. And so a third thing, I guess we'll talk about Muay Thai. Yeah, I've really been enjoying it. I just started it this year, and I've already been doing pretty well. My coach has said there's no point in me coming to the general or beginner class anymore. He said I can just start doing the advanced ones, stick to the advanced ones, and stick with the fighters. You know, I love the fighting, the conditioning. It's a lot of pain, but it's so good. It's so good. And it's cool stuff to learn too, very useful stuff. You know, to defend yourself makes you like way more confident in yourself. Yeah, everyone else is real cool as well. Had a toss-up, had a spar, you know, with a few mongrel mobs there. So that was cool. You know, they're cool people. Who knows what they'll do outside? Yeah, but they're cool people. yeah. And there's one guy there, he likes me, he's gay. So that kind of made me feel a bit uncomfortable. Like, because I kind of thought he was just, like a bro thing at first. Like, he was like, oh, you're handsome, bro. And I was like, oh, yeah, you too, bro. And then the next day we're just talking. And he's like, oh, you have pretty eyes, bro. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, not my head, I just keep talking. And, oh man, fuck. And then the next day he's like, oh, g'day, beautiful. And I'm like, it's like, I don't like it. And so if he, moves any steps further, I don't have anything against him, he's a good guy, but I'm just gonna be like, hey, calm down, So I'm just gonna be like, nah. Yeah, feels quite strange. Yeah. And another thing to talk about, is doing, if you can, this is what I done. This is what I was proud of myself. Like, it was yesterday. Yesterday I was sad, right? We all have our days, okay? We all have our days. But yesterday I was sad, and I had to go gym. I did not go gym. I had to make a YouTube video. I didn't make a YouTube video. But then I had Muay Thai, and I was like, okay, I had to do something, So I did, went to Muay Thai. I was just proud of myself for doing that. Just going, when you feel that down, you don't want to do anything. You know what I mean? When you feel sad and you don't want to do anything, type sort of thing. But then, I was proud of myself for getting up and going. I attended both the classes because that's what makes you a strong man or strong person up in here. Is when you feel flat. Maybe you're scared, you're nervous, you're shy, you're anxious, you're sad, you're angry, upset. Maybe you feel a little bit sick, but you still show up. That's what will make you the winner. That's what will make you, that's what will get you to the tippity top. So yeah, so I was proud of myself for that. That was cool. I really enjoyed it, and I got straight after I did something, I got happier. Like after, as soon as I finished Muay Thai, I was like, yeah, back to happy status, Because sometimes you just have to get up and do something. I was thinking, maybe I'll leave it to tomorrow. But then I was like, nah, because whenever I feel like that, I always think, leave it till tomorrow. So it's like, nah, you gotta do it. Yeah, you just gotta do it. So yeah. So that was cool. So no matter how you feel, if you have a goal or something, you should always try and show up. The only exception can really be like, maybe, it depends how much it means to you, of course, but the only exception is like, if it means a lot to you, is maybe if you're too injured or you're too sick, But whatever the weather, whatever you feel, if you show up to whatever it is, then you're gonna get far. If you keep consistent, you're gonna get far. Types of thing. The momentum building is pretty powerful. You can do heaps when you're on a roll, but it's always picking yourself back up, which is the hardest thing to do. Probably, yeah. Picking yourself back up. That's hard. But then when you do and you get going, you're like, good as gold. Yeah, and I also got to talk to the police. I'm not really gonna talk about that. I didn't do anything like, I didn't do anything violent. I didn't hurt anybody. But yeah, but I didn't get in trouble either, because I talked to the police officer and she was like, okay, you seem like a nice boy. She made a deal, so I don't have to pay a fine or anything. It was just something stupid, you know what I mean? But it was good because it made me like second think, because I was getting pretty restless. That's what my mum says. I was getting too restless, not thinking so much, and so then I guess when I got caught up with the police, that made me like double think. But good thing I have amazing social skills and got myself out of that situation. No, I don't really have amazing social skills. It depends. Depends the time, place, how I feel, all that. But yeah, I don't know, kind of a random different video. Just rambling. So yeah, kind of a different video. Just rambling and talking about who knows what, real talk, you know, real talk. About stuff that you don't usually talk about, or I'm just talking about what I've done and what I've learned from it. Things like that. Just, yeah. That's all, really. And we can do more of these maybe. You know, it could be cool. Yeah. So I was gonna do like a, I had some other videos in mind too that I'll get to. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. You know, if you made it all the way through the end, be sure to let me know, because I would appreciate you a lot if you did, because that's incredible. You know, I don't think a lot of people do. So yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Ka kite anō.